We are living healthy today and in the kitchen now with one of our favorites on the show, Packer's wife, Molly Crosby, of course married to Mason Crosby. Good to see you, friend.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, and
It's been a little while.
congratulations.
Thank you.
You've had a busy, busy summer.
It has been a busy and blessed summer. It's been great.
And last time we talked, you were preggers and had a little baby over the summer, so yeah, just a little bit busy. Tell me all about her.
Well, Charlotte is 4.5 months, and it's been amazing. Nolan loves her. Oh, hi, Nolan.
That's Big Brother, who is now how old?
He's 3 and gets TV and loves watching Dad play football. He's a very active watcher. He'll run in place and tackle things, watching the game.
Uh-oh, we have another football player in the making.
Yeah, maybe. Huh? He's at some of his best friend's house right now at the Hunts, hanging out. But I'm excited for him to see Mommy on TV this morning. It'll be a first.
Well, hi. Yeah. We have to bring him on the show sometime.
But she's phenomenal. He just loves on her.
Oh, how
it's incredible.
Cute. Yeah, it's amazing, that brother-sister or the sibling bond.
Yes.
So
he calls it his baby.
Oh, how cute is that? Well, I know you're busy, and to get you on the show, I know you've got a lot going on. But you are always trying to get us to eat a little bit more healthy. But it's got to taste good, you know?
Right. Within reason. So Mason doesn't really like kale. Kale's great for you. So it's one of those things that I feel like you end up buying, you feel good about putting it in your shopping cart, and then you get it home and you let it rot in the refrigerator, because what do you do with it?
Right.
So this is a salad recipe that I actually grabbed off of Whole Foods and then just tweaked it a little bit.
Made it your own. You know, and kale is like one of the new, not new, but very, all the rage kind of food. And this is a new way it's coming.
It's pretty trendy.
Yeah, it is very trendy. And now instead of buying it into bunches, which you can, a bunch, comes pre-done for you already in a box, which makes it really easy.
And I mean, for a more adventurous or seasoned chef, I was telling you, I was out at JR, who owns Chives, has this incredible garden that he's sourcing a lot of his produce from. I was picking some kale from it yesterday, and it was awesome, but it is kind of a big, intimidating thing to be working with. So now you can just get this different varieties, a little less, rubbery. Let's go ahead. It's rubbery.
Right.
You don't
have to even wash it. You just open the box
if
and
you
go.
If you use the bigger rubbery kale that you might buy in a bunch, get the big chunky stem off, make it bite-sized, and then heavily dress it with lemon.
Okay, lemon juice is the key. It just kind of cuts down on the bitter taste. Is that, okay.
I think it just kind of makes it a little bit brighter in your mouth. It's just better, in my opinion. So we had lots and lots of lemon juice.
Okay.
And then from there, we're going to be kind of preparing our salad dressing and our salad simultaneously, because several of our ingredients that we're going to throw whole into the salad will then get blended up into the salad.
So a nice homemade dressing we're going to make. I love that.
We are, and this dressing it will have plenty of sugar in it, as there will be apples and raisin, but we're not going to be having any granulated sugar or sweetener, that's not going to be broken down by your body or metabolized in quite the same way as the apples and the raisins will.
Okay.
So Amy, maybe you can tell me, I don't know exactly what all the tenets of like a classic Waldorf salad is. I know kale is not one of them.
Well, Waldorf salad is basically apples and usually, walnuts and some sort of a mayonnaise.
Okay.
We've got some celery here, so we're going to obviously get a little healthy, and it looks like we're doing more of a vinaigrette. And I tell people all the time, if you start getting into the habit of making your own salad dressings, it's a breeze once you start doing it, getting the hang of it, and they just taste so much better. And they're more kid-friendly, so all right, the dressing. Should I start with the dressing a little bit?
Let's go ahead and start with the dressing. So as I'm putting apples into the salad, I'm going to reserve about half of my diced apple, and that's going to go into our salad dressing.
Should we throw it in there right now?
Let's do it.
Okay, so in goes some chunked apple. We've got some, does it all go in at once,
Molly? It all goes in at once.
Okay.
This is a pretty friendly recipe, and again, when we're kind of taking on some healthier foods, you want to make it as easy on yourself as possible. So
I'm with you.
When we get to the celery, I try and slice it kind of thin so you don't get a big old chunk of celery in your mouth, and you're trying. Mason wants to make good, healthy decisions eating, does a lot of the time. but he doesn't want to fight with his food. So
yeah, yep, and he's a guy.
He's a guy.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, so apples, Dijon mustard, red wine vinegar, pinch of salt. Looks like a little bit of water here. The raisins actually are part of the dressing too. You say that's kind of sweetens it up.
Raisins and the walnuts.
Okay.
Now, what's fun? You mentioned that mayo is typically in that Waldorf.
Right.
The blended walnuts lended a little bit of a creamy texture.
Really? So no oil either.
No oil.
No oil. Okay. All right.
So I would say this is a dressing that you're going to want to use in the next couple of days.
Okay. Being that it's so fresh, should it be a little chunky?
It can be chunky. I like to try and get it as smooth as I can. Again, just trying to get Mason to eat it.
Yep.
We're going to put our remaining walnuts on our salad. I throw carrots in. This is a very friendly recipe. If you've got some vegetables that are, about to be compost, put them in.
And that's going to be a really nice bright color. More raisins, or you could do
and now,
cranberries.
at this point, usually I'll just, actually that tastes pretty darn good. Sometimes, you want more acid, you want more sweetness. You just play with it. We always like the more mustard, the better.
Yeah, I like mustard too.
I think you should try the dressing. I think you would like it.
I will, and I actually,
It'll surprise you.
I love walnuts and all this stuff. So, and apples this time of year, that's really nice and light and easy.
Yeah.
And then a little cheese, and we're gonna get a little naughty, but I always say, more cheese, more better.
Well, and Mason has been so blessed to be with Jordan. We're not talking much about Make-A-Wish today, but we have become such a fan of Sartori cheese.
Oh, it's fantastic.
They partnered with Mason to donate for Field Goals Made. So had some nice opportunities for Make-A-Wish last game. And you really can't go wrong with Sartori cheese. It's the best.
And this is the Bella Vitano, which is my favorite.
So just a little bit over the top goes a long ways.
That looks fantastic. Really beautiful, fancy too.
Well, thank you.
I love it, and so healthy.